everyone, Eric Watson here, freelance writer, player of games, writer of words, recorder of videos, and tabletop role-playing aficionado. Welcome to our weekly live stream Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition online role-playing adventures. I'm joined as always by my good friends. Chris is hopefully going to be joining us soon, playing the noir detective, human, inquisitive, rogue, wizard Mannix. Everyone please give him crap because he is never late. Heather playing the wickedly silent but deadly half-drow assassin rogue Kaless.
Hello.
Rochelle playing the popular and charismatic Triton Bard of Whispers Gillian.
Hello.
Raymond playing the heedlessly brave Turtle Battle Master Fighter Rogue George.
Hello.
And Reese playing the undead hating animal loving hill dwarf Druid of the Moon Theron.
That's his first time. Should we not be giving him crap?
I know, it's like, that really is just incentive to be late as much as possible.
Oh, so that because it's
So
the
that
usual thing, yeah.
It's like the usual. No one cares.
That's a good point. We stream our sessions live on YouTube every Friday evening. Catch up on previous episodes on my YouTube page, as well as read weekly session recaps at roguewatson.com and watch my behind the scenes No Players Allowed live series Crafting Annihilation on Thursday mornings. If you would like to support the channel, check out patreon.com/roguewatson. Shout out to platinum patrons Andrew, Richard, Joe, Will, Tiny Dancer, Crazy Pat, Nick, and Rivzung. Chris is in the chat. Gold patrons, RPG Papercrafts, Charming Grenade, Pretty Boy Numa, Marcos Ted Vicente, Gilberto, Sean A.K., Cert2B, Adam, Did Lizard Lounge, and Sam. Thank you all for your support. He's doing the Raymond thing. Wait, is he actually... He better not be texting and driving. Christopher, you're going to get in trouble. For our campaign, we use Roll20.net. For video chat, we use Discord. And for streaming, I use Open Broadcaster software with Streamlabs. Previously on Tomb of Annihilation.
I don't text and drive. What are you talking about?
That's true. You
No,
call
he-
and drive.
Yeah, he videos and drives.
Yeah, he videos in. The party arrived at the entrance to Wyrmheart Mine, which featured a cavernous opening and a minecart track spiraling down into the depths. Mannix used his owl familiar to scout ahead and note that the mine had new occupants, kobolds. The party deliberated on how best to infiltrate the mine, opting to tie a rope around Kaless and stealthily lower her down to take out some nearby guards. She assassinated them swiftly and doused the nearby light, but other kobold guards were on high alert in response. The others fanned out, with Hugh convincing Theron to go hard at the kobolds, prompting him to transform into an Allosaurus and leap across the bridge. George dashed along the minecart track while Mannix opted to hop inside. The kobolds had a few odd tricks and devices they could deploy, but the party soon overwhelmed them, beating them back into what they soon discovered was their nursery. With the eggs threatened, the kobolds quickly surrendered, though muttering that their compatriots deeper down and their dragon overlord would soon avenge them. That is where we find ourselves right now.
Oh, we did.
Yeah, pretty much. First things first, we get to level up Gillian properly to level 6. I think Reese did some things, but I know we at least need to do your hit points.
I did
Yeah.
do something.
I did the things. I even put the things in my character sheet.
Nice.
Well, I just can't remember what we did.
No.
Wait, was this one you? I don't know.
Yeah, well, now I don't really remember either. But, yeah, I got some new stuff.
Tell us about level 6.
I got, okay, Mantle of Whispers.
Yeah.
That, I think, is, like, the Bard College of Whispers? What's it called? The College of something that makes me, like, real shady.
They should really change that name. The College is
Is it
something
College
that
of
makes me
Whispers?
shady.
I think it's College of Whispers.
I think
Okay,
it is
Mantle
College of
of
Whispers, yes.
So that lets me adopt a humanoid's persona if they die within 30 feet of me. So
That's
dark.
creepy.
I can capture its shadow, and I look like that person. I am basically just taking their face, like Arya style, and then I get some information that they would share about that person. So I got that, and then counter charm I don't remember getting, but counter charm I guess is another ability I have. I really don't remember getting this one at all, but you gain the ability to use musical notes or words of power to disrupt mind influencing effects. Okay, so I like by using my bagpipe playing skills, we can have advantage on saving throws against being frightened or charmed.
Mm.
Did I get any new spells? I think I got a new spell. Dispel magic, I think, is new.
Okay.
I think that's it. I think that's the stuff I got. So then I have to
3rd level spell, yeah.
just roll my hit points.
What is a bard? Is that a D? Is it D6 or D8 these days?
Everything's a D8.
Pretty much everybody except wizard, I think, and fighter. Yeah, let's say
I
D8.
don't remember. Okay.
Your character sheet still says bard 5. I don't know if that changes anything, but
Oh.
at
yeah,
the very top.
change that. Let's change that. Okay, so D8.
Is average. So, plus the con modifier, which yours is a
This
2.
2.
Yeah. 7
Okay.
more hit points.
That's a 7. Okay. Yep. Cool. I think that was it. Oh, here's. I see. I should have had this handy book out right here. But anyway, I think that was all my stuff.
Cool beans. Did you by any chance add all those spells that came with your bagpipes too? Don't forget about the magical.
Oh, yeah, I have like the description for the bagpipes, but I don't have the individual spells for that. I just don't know where to add all of that. So, that I remember.
Yeah, it's your sheet, so whatever.
Yeah,
I don't
but
know if you want to
have,
add
like,
it.
I have the description of the bagpipes, but I do need to
Okay.
look up each of those spells individually and put them somewhere.
Yeah, either as spells or as maybe under the attacks. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's your problem and not mine.
It is getting to be
I
a lot of
gave you the
stuff to
bagpipes.
keep track.
Oh, I'll take some away then if that's
No,
make you feel better. I can rob you guys in the dead of night. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and
More
scoot.
likely I could do that, actually.
We're gonna say that Gillian was tending to Musharib, who was left outside, and then she came in to find that you all have subdued the immediate kobold threat, at least.
I smell a retcon.
It's just a mere clarification of events. So the last thing that happened was the kobolds up here appear to have surrendered to you all. You do note that that giant boulder trap did roll down the minecart path, and at this point you can occasionally hear the sound of other kobolds deeper down.
Is it time for a cannonball?
Otherwise, I will leave it to you guys. Hugh gently climbs off of you, Theron. Pats you on the side. Or maybe he continues to ride on you. Maybe he'll do that. Like, Theron,
That's fine.
is this weird? It seems weird.
I'll shrug.
He almost falls off. So there is
a door somewhere.
Yeah, there is a door to your north that is the one that Mannix found that has it's barred, like boarded up, and has dead inside, written in Draconic, which Mannix was able to read because he cast Comprehend Languages. Yeah.
There's got to be good stuff in there. No? Okay.
No.
Alright, let's continue on.
Hugh actually gets quiet when you go over there. He's like, he's kind of talking low, almost so just you can hear it, Theron. He's like, that's the forge, Theron. Many dwarves died in there. Some of my expedition. I think that was their last stand. I got away, but I could still hear their screams when the dragon cooked them. Just kind of shudders.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to Theron form.
Burp, 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 burp.
You can stay on my shoulders if he chooses.
You guys just practically topple over. Ah, warn me next time.
So
Now it's
So
really
the-
weird.
yeah. So the door is barred to keep the dragon from getting in here.
He says, I don't know.
How did you? How did you bar the door in time with the? I assume the dragon was about to kill you guys.
We didn't bar it, Theron. I don't know. That writing wasn't there either. It was open for us.
Huh.
Those little creatures must have done it.
Yeah. I'm super curious about opening the door.
Oh god, we're opening this door, aren't we?
We can continue on.
Well, now you got me curious as to what's behind the door.
Curious is infectious.
Alright. Someone's up. I'll be right back.
I can get him.
Oh. It's not my kid, is it?
No.
It might also be ours too.
How did all these dead bodies end up in this room where Mannix and I are?
You guys killed a few of the kobolds that were in here, and then Celeste dragged the two that she killed. Slash,
I
not,
didn't kill
sorry,
them.
gently incapacitated.
With punches to the face.
And she dragged the bodies up in here.
And we don't understand these guys, right?
No, I think Mannix cast a spell that let him understand it. But they've been
Do they
speaking.
understand blood?
That's the universal language, yes. He couldn't actually. I think he couldn't actually communicate with them. He could just understand them. So he could hear what they were saying, but then he had to like pantomime their surrender basically by like threatening the eggs that they were. Because this is you can see that there are like carvings and like nests in the caves, and you see eggs in there. The kobolds seem very protective.
I don't know how we're going to communicate with these guys. One of you needs to speak common. Now.
Bark at them. I just kind of glare at you.
Should we just tie him up and be on our way?
Yeah, let's do it.
One of the kobolds finally glares at you, George, and says, "Speak common." Yes.
Oh.
It appears very broken and limited.
What is this place?
This eggs. Young. Birth. Home.
George doesn't remember how we got here.
What?
Are we invading them?
We're trying to probably kill the dragon to reopen the mine, so Hugh can have all the fat riches,
Hmm.
and the weird dwarf can have his home back. Be slaves to Hugh eventually. But we do it under the best intentions.
Okay. George says, "This mine belonged to Dwarf. Get out."
Cocks his head at you and says, "No, dwarf, here. We here. Home." And it says a name in Draconic. It sounds like Zindalor. Home.
You strongest, fight Dwarf for home.
It's at this point his weapon's already on the floor. He's been disarmed, but he says, "I No, strongest. Deeper. Strongest. Down.
Show us.
He's-
Dwarf only have one arm.
He points down where the track spirals downward. And just gestures down there.
No, you come with us.
Roll a... How do you want to do it? Persuasion or intimidation? You gonna be scary or nice?
Hold on, let me see what my strengths are here. I don't remember, but I have a feeling I'm not very charismatic. I mean, how can I be nice? We just killed a bunch of them. I'm gonna do it mean, of course.
It's all you, boss.
Intimidation?
Dude, go for it. Let's put it all out in the open. You both stare each other down for quite a while, and then finally he blinks first. And you just kind of...
I win.
Go ahead.
That's it. I win.
Oh. He slowly stands up and says, I go. All go.
What?
He gestures at all of you to leave this room. He seems very concerned
All
about...
of us.
Yeah.
All right. You take us. We all leave room. But winner takes all.
He doesn't seem to quite understand that, but he nods anyway.
Dwarf wins. You go. You win. Dwarf goes. Wait, hold on. That doesn't make sense either. Dwarf win. You leave. But you win. We kill Dwarf. Make it look
Seems-
like accident.
Right. He kind of nods slowly.
We only here because one-armed dwarf make us. He and other dwarf have something going on.
He appears to not be able to quite follow your conversation, but he just keeps nodding at you. There's Christopher.
There I am.
Switch this over.
We're debating about opening the room with dead inside.
Oh, okay.
And George is talking to one of the kobolds.
I've convinced one of the kobolds to lead us to the strongest in this mine. Because
Okay.
we're only here because of the door of Hugh. And so I told him for the Hugh to fight the strongest, and whoever wins gets to take the whole mine.
I'm sure the dragon will totally abide by that. But at least it's a good way to get us to the strongest, I suppose.
Exactly. And that's all we got.
Alright. Say let's not open up the dead door and go down.
No.
We can save it
Alright.
for afterwards.
Okay.
The
Yeah,
door
let's
still be
see what
dead.
kind of shape we're in at the after this whole place.
Yeah, Hugh seems like he
Um,
doesn't want to go anywhere near that door.
Man, we have multiple minecarts. It would be so much fun just to have like a convoy going down to the very bottom.
Yeah, you've got the one that Mannix was in here, and then you've got
yeah.
another one parked over here.
And you said we could fit how many in a minecart?
I would say 2 comfortably, 3 very uncomfortably. Probably depending on how big those people were.
And if we were doing like cheerleader stacks, could we fit 5?
I mean, you explain to me how you want to do it, and I'm sure it will go over well.
Phew.
I have the utmost confidence.
I like Theron's idea of the convoy with the minecarts.
It's not bad. Maybe we put the kobold in front as a shield.
Just
Surely they won't kill
Wake
their
up.
own.
the entire.
Time
Well,
to
I
put
think-
the photo in it.
I think from what I heard them talk about, I don't know if you covered this, but I think I heard them say that like we're blown, like they all know we're coming.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think it was the boulder.
Yeah, and you can hear sounds down below. Nothing where you can make out like what they're saying, but you can still hear activity.
Okay. Yeah.
Does it sound like they're coming closer at all?
Roll a perception check
Oh. That's
for listening skills.
crap. I might have to get closer to the
Listen
TV here. I can't read any of this. Hey, there we go.
Wow.
Just a natural 20. Great use.
Yeah.
From what you can tell, they don't appear to be getting any closer at the moment, but you do hear numerous, what definitely sound like kobold voices down below.
Mm-hmm. I really
Here's
kind
what I
of
think we
want to
should
set
do.
off that trap a couple more times. And just
Right,
let
that's
it
right. Let's roll boulders down the track. See what
Mhm.
happens. We get in the minecart. We make the minecart convoy, but we hold the kobold at the front of the first minecart as if he's driving it, so that we get a moment's bit of surprise while the kobolds think like their own kobold buddies driving a minecart at them. And then we all pop out like a clown car.
Sounds good to me. Let's do it.
I jump in a minecart.
How many do we have?
2.
You have two minecarts.
Okay.
The one that you rode in about halfway down, and then this one right here.
Somebody with good dexterity could conceivably hang on to the back of one of the minecarts and just like a kid riding the back of a truck.
Mm-hmm.
So we could get 3 in one of them. How many of us do we have? We have a lot. We have 5 of us. We have the kobold, and we have the dwarf.
Well, the doors are kind of small.
Dwarves are small.
All right.
How small are dwarves, DM?
They're decently small, but not super small. They're not gnomes or halflings. Very stocky.
Ooh, I was listening to the level up. Because kobolds are also small, right?
Yes.
Could
Pretty small.
Gillian look like one of the dead kobolds? And that way we get her kobold, the real kobold, and the 2 dwarves all in one minecart because they're all small creatures. Or I guess, yeah.
Does Gillian have to kill somebody first, or can she do it with any dead body?
That's a good question.
We got some
It
extras.
just says if someone dies within 30 feet of me.
Okay.
What's going on? Who is dying, or did someone die?
We're talking about trying to do like a surprise on the people down there by putting the kobold in the front minecart and having us all duck into the minecarts and ride them down, so that maybe they think it's a kobold minecart for a second.
Sounds like a solid plan.
But I was thinking, since the minecarts can only fit 2 comfortably and 3 squeezed in, if you were a kobold, if you look like a kobold, and there was a real kobold, and then 2 dwarves, we might be able to squeeze them all on one minecart.
Sounds like a awesome algebra SAT problem right here.
What is the carrying capacity of one minecart versus the mass of 2 kobolds and 2 dwarves?
The minecart is traveling east-southeast
That's
at
right.
3.5 miles per hour.
Yeah, that's the best I got. Otherwise, some of us would have to come running up behind the minecarts, I suppose.
Do any of us have bombs?
A couple of us have.
You looted some of the stuff off the kobolds.
Yes,
Yeah.
I did.
Are there bombs?
Yes, there were.
At least
There's
one of
I have a
them is,
shredder
believe.
grenade.
How much time before? How about if we light a bomb, put it in the minecart, and just roll it down?
I think I have to throw this thing. It's like an impact. Yeah, the one I have is an impact. When it hits something.
Okay, so
Uh-huh.
put it in the minecart, and whenever it hits the bottom, it'll roll into the front, and impact, and blow up.
Ah, we're just strapped to the front of the minecart. Well, maybe it won't hit. That minecart won't hit anything. So
Right,
yeah,
I'm not
we
hitting anything.
Yeah.
But whenever it comes to a stop, it should hit me.
can make a roll.
Exactly.
That's not a bad idea there.
Yeah, and then we'll just like walk down behind it. I mean,
Hello. Does it look like I could do something like that? Does it look like I could strap this shredder bomb grenade to this minecart in such a way to where when the minecart hits whatever its destination is, if we let it go just full speed, that it would explode?
You think that it probably would explode if the minecart would slam into something?
Maybe we
From what?
push one minecart first and then push the second minecart to make sure they smack into each other at the end.
like a plan.
And we can just come running down after the minecarts.
Or we just send a minecart down as a distraction and just run and swinging.
You can see, although it's pretty dark down below, you can see the occasional flicker of torchlight that tells you that the minecart track continues to spiral even further down.
Down below where the voices are?
Yes.
Oh.
You get a sense of vertigo as you get near the ledge because you still feel like you are a pretty good distance high up from however deep this thing goes.
So that wouldn't work then, because the minecarts should just fly right past them.
Now here's the algebra problem. We send minecart 1 down at speed A, wait a certain amount of time, and then send minecart down at speed B, and figure out how much time it would take
Before they hit each other?
before they hit each other where we want it to hit.
You have to wait the second one down with a certain amount so that it gets more momentum.
Well,
Oh,
you said they have a
God.
break thing, right?
They do have a break. So yeah, you
Right.
can send one down at half speed.
Exactly. And figure out how long
And
it
it's-
takes before we send the other one at full
Yeah.
speed, and they should hit.
That would require, this would require some like NASA level calculations.
Yeah.
to get the explosion right, but I like the idea.
So, I should explain, the minecart isn't like a gear shift, it is literally brakes. So you either apply brakes or you don't apply brakes.
Oh.
I guess you could put it in a
Oh,
park.
you couldn't
technically,
couldn't apply the brakes halfway to make it go slower.
Correct.
You're saying?
Well, if we rig it with some rope.
Just
Next problem: how much rope do we need to rig this?
Please continue, I enjoy this deliberation very much.
Is it like a pull or is it a squeeze?
It's like a giant lever. Like,
Can I just like pull the walking nut out of Mannix's hands and just start walking off with it so that way they're just left in the dark?
Just
I've
pitch
got
dark
lots of
also.
looking nuts.
He just keeps pulling them out.
We could, assuming are these minecarts like metal?
Yes.
If someone were inside of this minecart and he was hunkered down in the second minecart and he had a rope that was tied to the brakes of the first minecart, we could push them both off together so they're going at the same speed, full speed down the thing, and whenever the person wanted to, he could duck down into the second minecart, pull the rope, triggering the brakes in the first minecart, and then they would run into each other.
But
And-
then someone
but-
died.
And presumably the metal minecart would protect them because they're ducking down into it.
Let me explain our DM's real understanding of physics to you real quick. It's not there. I'm just gonna start walking down.
Well, you're probably gonna have a minecart zooming by you in just a second. whatever we figure this physics problem out.
Yep, I'm just walking.
Okay.
I'm gonna like lurk in the shadows up close to the side of the wall here. I'm just walking. Doing that little side step, like the shimmy down the side. So that way I'm hiding in the shadows.
All right. Well, let's just pile in the minecarts. At the very least, we can throw bombs from the minecarts as we pass by if we want to.
There you go. I hear Manic say, "Fuck it, just climb in the cart." I'm like, all right, fine, I'm coming back. I can kind of like, I guess, hang on to the back because I think I have the highest dex score.
Hopefully, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna put the kobold, make him sit on the front of the first minecart, like he's driving it. Probably looks very awkward.
Would it help if we made up some kind of like puppet system with the kobold?
Move his arms.
Cole does not seem happy about any of this.
I feel like we've done the same plan in Shadowrun once. This sounds vaguely familiar. Where we like controlled somebody who made them look like they're driving something. I can't remember.
Yeah, I think we did do that. Like someone was driving a truck or something.
Yeah, we were in the back. Yep. We've done this gambit before.
Would it help? The kobold was dead. It'd be easier to control.
I don't actually. Well,
Hugh says, "I like that plan. I have to murder all these little things anyway. They're trespassing into our mine there." And
Now you. Alright. Let's jump in the minecart. Thought about this too much. Time for action.
Yeah,
All right.
yep.
Yeah, Theron, Hugh, you guys jump in. Well, Hugh actually can just come running. He's going to be less effective in combat. You can come running down the tracks.
just because I got one arm.
Yeah. Kobold, Theron. Who else is small-ish? I guess me.
Yep.
Can get in the first minecart. George, Gillian, Calais, you guys can hang on to the second minecart. And,
Yeah.
and when it's time to go, we'll all hop out of the minecart. Say surprise.
We'll roll out super cool.
Alright, as I'm
Not
setting
be
this up,
injured.
remind me again how these minecart situation is going.
Kobold is sitting on the front minecart as
Okay.
if he's driving it. Theron's behind him, holding him tightly.
So he's got, the kobold's got the hand on the brakes then?
Yeah.
Okay.
But Theron actually does. Because Theron's right behind him.
Okay.
It's
Down in the
like they're
minecart.
doing the ghost thing where the hand just comes.
That's right.
around.
That's right. Theron's back there, like, just hunkered down, ready to grab it.
Theron is
The
Patrick
music's
Swayze in the
playing.
scenario.
That's
Yes.
right.
Music.
I'm in that minecart
playing,
behind
candles are
Theron.
lit.
Hunkered down as best I can.
Same
And
minecart?
behind us. Yeah, same minecart.
Ooh, it's getting real friendly in there.
Yes, it is. And then in the back, George and Gillian inside the minecart, and then Calais like hanging off the back of it, like a teenager at the back of a truck.
Okay.
This can't go wrong.
This sounds like a recipe for success to me.
And then he was just running to catch up with you guys.
Yep.
He'll catch up when he catches up.
Out of sight, out of mind.
That's right. And I assume Musharib is around here somewhere. No, we put him in.
No,
a
he's
shack.
back in the shack.
That's right. We threw him in a shack and closed the door on him. All right, he's fine.
Everything okay out there? Somebody
Shut up,
please.
Richard.
This is we get through the entire campaign, and then I get to the I zoom in on the shack, and he's like, "Hello,
Can I come out now?
Can I come out now? Is it
A
safe?"
sad Alanis Morissette song is playing.
Yep. Okay. So yeah. All right. So we've got a kobold, Theron, Mannix squeezed in together into one minecart. It is. Y'all are squeezed very tightly. And then behind, you've got George and Gillian in a minecart, and then Celeste hanging on the back.
Yeah, kind of like bouncing my feet like on the side so that way I'm not dragging my shoes. But yeah, kind of doing like riding it like a giant skateboard.
All right. What happens first is
We all die.
Yeah, the minecarts come off the tracks. You all fall down the well.
which let's see. I guess you want the first crew to take the further back minecart, or
Is there a difference between the minecarts? Can I look at the minecarts to see if there's a difference between the minecarts?
One,
they appear to be the same, but
TM checks notes. One of them is booby trapped.
yeah. They both appear to be about in the same condition, which neither condition is great. So yeah, it looks like the brake lever has even rusted a little bit. So you fear that maybe the wrong movement could jerk it out of position or even break it off.
Break?
Oh.
The brake.
It's always good.
But I'm sure it'll be
We
fine.
should put that. We should put that one in the back then, in case the brake does break off. It can hit the front one.
let me
I'm not
tell you
Karina.
about a fun game we play at work when we come back from lunch called No Breaks in the parking garage. We're about to play that here.
That sounds terrifying.
Quite entertaining.
So yeah, the one in the back, the Mannix that you took, the one at the entrance, looks like it is not. Looks like the brake lever is not in the best shape.
Okay. Make
But
that
you
the
know
back
that you
one.
you operated it successfully before.
That's true. Yeah, yeah. Okay, but yeah. Let's make that one the back one.
So you're gonna make that one the back one.
Yeah.
All
In
right.
case the brakes do fail, it'll at least hit the front one, whose brakes are operating.
Okay. So first crew, you jump in the closest one. You begin going down at a pretty steady clip, and again, this minecart is shaped like it is on its side when it's laying flat almost, because when it's going downhill, the minecart looks like it is properly balanced. So they are designed to be on a ramp. So it's kind of awkward to climb in there, and then as it tilts down, it actually feels better, oddly enough. And then the
Right.
back crew, you all go into your cart. So you all start zooming down the lane, and I need whoever is driving the back mine cart to give me a D4.
That's either gonna be Gillian or George.
Right.
Because I'm standing on the very back of
Whoever
it.
wants
like
to
it's
be-
not-
Which one of you
I'll
is the big
drive.
spoon and which one's a little bit spoon?
Yeah, whoever wants to pull the brake lever and make sure you don't break it off, give me a D4, please. All right, you are able to apply those brakes successfully and start slowing down, I assume. So as you come down this track, you see more light, and immediately to your left, you see a giant cave full of kobolds, and most of them have their weapons trained on the stairs next to you guys that led up to where the lookout was.
Idiots.
And you come zooming down this track. Now, at the moment, I will let you guys. I'm actually going to. I'll switch you over to that side of the map in a second. But you could, if you wanted to, continue along. You'd have to roll for the brakes again, because your minecarts are in motion currently. But and none of the kobolds had their weapons trained on you at the moment. However, as you roll in there, the one kobold you have in front screams out in Draconic, which I guess Mannix you can still understand it. and basically the equivalent of like the invaders are here, kill them, help me, and all this kind of stuff.
Can I push him off the minecart into the hole?
You,
I guess Theron's in front.
yeah, they would have to be Theron that does it.
He is no longer. Yep, he has failed us. Okay. I don't know, Theron. You got the brakes. Are we stopping or are we going?
I'm fairly close to wrenching the brake off and saying, "No retreat."
Let's just see where this goes.
But I'll keep the brake on for now. We don't stop for nothing.
So you keep going?
Oh yes,
All right.
with
So-
extreme prejudice.
All right, so you're continuing to go. So that means you guys did never really. I guess you slow down a little bit to see what was going on, but now you keep going. So it's not
Probably
gonna be,
not.
Okay. You do see a kobold in front of you, right to the side, and appears to be fiddling with a rope of some kind. And
That's not good.
at this point, I'm going to move you all to this map over here.
That has a room full of kobolds.
There's a room full of kobolds. And I would like to have some initiative, as this one appears to be trying to... let's see, what is he doing?
That's a good question.
It is at a location trying to yank a piece of rope out of a... that's just hanging. Like it's tension. Let's do some initiative. We got kobolds. We got
Why
small
are our
kobolds.
initiatives so crazy?
Yeah, so I added some
That's
decimals.
so funny.
Hopefully less ties now.
The decimals are our dex scores.
I see.
That is correct.
Basically, an OCD person's worst nightmare.
It hurts to look at.
They don't make us think of it.
All right, so you all come racing down here. There's not going to be a surprise round because everybody kind of surprised each other. They were all prepared for you, but they were not quite prepared for you to take the mine cart down, and you all did not have eyes on them at the moment. So just normal round starts here. The first one,
First icon is.
yeah, the first one to react is a little bit of a larger kobold who is decked out in dragon bone armor and has a bow slung over his back, and steps out of this back caravan and screams out in Draconic, which I guess Mannix you can understand as it says, "For Sindalar! Kill the invaders!" And he uses his inspiring presence on all the nearby kobolds, inspiring them to work harder, fight faster, as well as being immune to the charmed and frightened conditions. They get to add his charisma modifier to their attack rolls. And then we go to Kaless. So again, at the moment, you all are speeding past. So if you do nothing this round, your minecarts will basically move at the end of the round. They will just continue going along. If you wanted to, you could jump out or interact in some way.
Cut that.
My
rope.
cart's not going to move to the end of the round?
Right, because we're in turn-based mode, so I have to cut it off just at some point.
Okay. That means these kobolds get at least one action to mess with us while we're
Mhm.
passing by.
So we're staying in the carts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Till death.
Ride or die.
Right, or die.
And this is the one we brought with us, right? Not this guy?
No, the second one you did is the one you brought with you.
The one in the front is the one trying to pull a rope that is probably bad for us
Correct.
in some way.
Okay. And did you share that this guy screamed out, "Help me kill him"?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think only Mana could understand it, but he definitely barked out something
It was probably
in his
pretty
language.
obvious. That
It
he
was probably pretty
screamed
obvious.
And all the kobolds reacted.
Yeah,
So he's forfeited his life, right?
that's
I
for
mean-
you to say.
I kind of want to push him out of the car.
Alright, well, I'm gonna help you make sure he's just not alive.
That's the
when
one
you do
that George talked to. And Mannix talked to, I guess.
Can you assassinate the rope?
I don't know, can I?
It looks like doing that would accomplish what the kobold is also trying to do.
What?
It's like a rope on like a closet light, right? It's like just a hanging rope that he's gonna pull.
Yeah, but it looks like it looks like pulling it would untie the rope. Like it's got one of those like you pull it and it like loosens the rope from a little like hook that it's on.
So we want the rope just left alone.
Correct. If you cut this rope, in other words, it would just do the same thing.
So can I do some like acrobatic type shit to like stand on the front of the cart as we're going past this guy and
Just-
assassinate him?
Missile into him, daggers out in front.
You're just like running
That's a pretty
over
badass
our
visual.
head
Yeah.
over the cart.
Yeah.
That is an
It's just
insane
like
feat.
light on my feet, just like going.
Someone
Running
just needs
along.
to hold your legs.
Outrun the rate at which the minecarts are flying downwards. Just dive
It's like running on the
forward.
top of a train. You get some traction, and I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah.
Train going downhill.
Because we
Yeah.
all run to the top of trains at least once.
Everybody's
So
gotta
can I
it
do
once. Let's give me some acrobatics, please.
You're not counting this as my action, are you?
This
This is
is
my
your
movement.
movement, basically.
Okay.
This is to prevent you from losing your footing and falling.
Come on, you gotta admit, it sounds really cool, so I should have advantage, right?
It sounds cool, but no, you don't have advantage. You don't have any advantage to doing this. All right.
Still a plus 11 though. So.
Yeah, just plus 11. You have to really fuck that up. So you are, with difficult terrain, essentially able to run along like the tops of everyone's heads, very comically almost, and just kind of do a leaping, I guess, attack at the cart. You would have to leave the cart, I think, unless you want to try to, at your current momentum,
I'm gonna hit him as we're going by.
hit him as you're going by. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
the minecarts don't move until the end of the round. So you are literally in the
Yeah.
middle of moving faster than the minecarts. In other words, you're going to end up at the front of the front minecart. You were at the back of the back minecart.
That's fine.
Just hang on to the front. It's just,
Yeah.
Yeah.
just fine.
Yeah. I'll pretend I'm the kobold now.
Okay, I'll get another. So that gets you to the front. Then you can take your action, and then give me another, I guess, dexterity check to hang on to the front of the minecart.
Okay. So my assassinate goes off. Because that dude hasn't gone in his turn yet.
The speed at which this must have happened.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. You guys are just hurling downhill. Before you have a chance to react, you just see Kales vaulting
just
from the
missiles.
very back, just all the way ahead of you. Fucking daggers drawn.
So because my assassinate goes off, I have advantage.
Just
Right.
several broken bones just from
Yeah.
That's right.
improbable physics of her body.
Yep, I do. Okay. What is 26? Will that hit him?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Alright. For 24 points of damage.
Wow.
Alright, you go leaping forth and thrust your blade into that kobold's soul, and it just explodes in front of you in a steaming pile of red paste. Eep!
It's a dex check to hold on?
Yeah,
or
so
another acrobatic check to
we'll do
maintain my balance.
we'll do dex now because you are trying to hang on. Acrobatics was because you were moving forward, leaping along, and somehow vaulting over everybody. But now you basically leapt up, dove forward, murdered that kobold, and then turned around and grabbed the front of the minecart all in the span of like 5 seconds. It's in ridiculous. Awesome.
No one, years later, no one will know will be able to say exactly how she did it.
She was like a
She did it.
specter. She just showed up.
All right, so now your position is now hanging on to the front of the front minecart.
And full on gleeful smile, she just holds her rapier out in front of her and says, "Charge!"
Celeste, you can have a point of inspiration for that insane feat of acrobatics.
Yay. Thank you.
Gillian.
So are all of these other guys like hostile towards us now?
Sure looks like it.
Just okay.
Whatever you do, don't get out of the cart.
Yeah, they all had. They seem to have weapons trained and were ready to attack, but you guys just came down a different path.
Well, I have all of my my bagpipe spells that I haven't put in my character sheet.
Ah.
So one of those seems pretty useful. Hold on. It was the tidal wave. Hold on. I've just got
Tidal wave. That sounds terrifying.
Yeah. Crap. Because I gotta put it into my character sheet. But it's like a wall of water.
I can copy and paste. It's in the compendium, so I can copy and paste the description.
Ah.
Up to 30 feet long, up to 10 feet wide, 10 feet tall. Each creature that in that area must make a dex saving throw, and a fail, they take 48 bludgeoning damage and knock prone. A successful save, half as much are not knocked prone. Water then spreads out on the ground in all directions, extinguishing unprotected flames, and then it vanishes. I also like this visual. We're just zooming by on minecarts. It's like a drive-by. We're just zooming by on minecarts, and just a fucking tidal wave just shoots out of this minecart.
Destroys.
Okay. Sorry, still just trying. I was trying to put it in my character sheet so I could just pass it, but I'm failing at doing that. Okay, my character sheet's like the window's like all. It's like not pulling up now. It's just like a faded like just like a ghost thing that has my name, but not the actual character sheet. Yeah.
Ghost thing.
So
Spectre
it
character sheet.
I don't know. Has that never happened to anyone? It's just like, like when I try to bring up my character sheet, it's just bringing up like a translucent bar that just says my name without bringing the character sheet. Okay, so you said it was 30 feet long, 10 feet wide. So I'll just cast that like on the three guys directly to our south. Then
Yeah, just shoot it right into the hole,
Just like,
the entrance to the cave.
line right there. Yeah. I just can't actually cast it right now.
Okay, so 30 feet long, 10 feet wide, and 10 feet tall. Good lord.
It coming.
It coming. So you're shooting it.
Like in a horizontal line bar across the three guys directly to our south. Ugh, I don't know. I can't read my character sheet. This is very annoying. Oh, I double clicked it. Nope, it went away.
Okay, so we can hit these four right here with 10 feet wide, 30 feet long. As you whip out the bagpipes.
Well, so yeah, that's fine. I guess the water will like also disperse after, but I don't think it's enough to like drown us. So
I hope not.
Water spreads out across in all directions.
We're in carts.
that's fine.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
You're just filling this cave with water, and you'll hurt the kobolds more than it'll hurt us.
Alright, so that is Dex save.
What's your save?
Oh, there we go. I finally got my character sheet.
Ah, there you go.
Save for you. 21 damage. Alright, well that's definitely gonna auto-kill that one. That one makes the save, so half damage. Chieftains, this wall of water comes crashing down in the middle of them. They all scream out.
Oh man.
Next save. Do you seem a little Dexy?
Not, so
Not
Not
so
that
much.
he is not bringing Dexy back.
He's knocked prone. He gets slammed into the wall. Alright, and that also extinguishes their campfire. All these flames disappear into darkness.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
There, suckers.
Hello.
Alright, and then one of them is just a body now, just kind of floats along the water.
It's a floating corpse.
Yep. Alright, so staying in the minecart. Kobold inventors. So the one that's in front, Theron attempts to apply the brakes. So we're gonna do a contested strength check. 'Cause I think you had your hand on the brakes as well,
Oh boy.
on whether or not it can slam the brakes into place. It's gonna use its
You're
action.
pretty sure you can beat a kobold in a strength check, right, Theron?
No, I have a 10 strength.
Oh, shoot. I don't want to use it for, but I will.
Yeah, you will.
Manix will look at Theron and his bulging dwarf arms, and he'll know, just know that the dwarf's gonna roll a 17.
Ooh.
I know Theron.
I have druid arms. I don't have dwarf arms.
That's, I guess that's true.
It's my druid arms. 17, huh?
That's what Theron's gonna roll. God damn it! I wasted mine.
Well, thank you.
Theron goes, ah! Keeps his hand on there, jerks aside, and yells
He also has
loudly.
a -2. I should have done that. Stupid kobold arms are even weaker than druid arms.
Stupid kobold arms. One of them will hurl the friendly basket of centipedes into the minecart as it flies by.
Oh no!
Oh boy.
This is.
It sees the kobold friend in the front one, so it'll hurl the centipedes at the rear one.
Man, I'm glad I'm not on that one anymore.
Yeah, she ditched that minecart.
It did. So they fall into the cart that Gillian and George are in. There's too much shit here. I can't even put these here. And they are going to roll initiative.
Oh no, this is a minecart full of centipedes now. That's terrible. There's nowhere for them to go.
I never knew it, but this has always been my worst nightmare.
All of a sudden.
Had a very specific nightmare. It has now been triggered. The other one will attempt to. It seems to be a little less. Let's see, what could it do?
Now- Does he need to throw for accuracy?
Apparently not. It is literally just a throwing it into a 5-foot square space. That one does not actually have an attack roll involved.
You always make us throw for accuracy.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like it'd be harder the further away he was with no campfire.
Hmm?
Yeah,
I'm just saying D&D.
he's not very far. It's this one right here.
Not you, DM. We love you.
The back one, which is the one that was knocked prone, will stand up, mutter angrily, and arm his shredder grenade, and just hurl it at the space kind of around all of you. He seems very heedless about his ally up there. He's not like getting bashed around by a tidal wave.
Throw the shredder grenade in the basket of centipedes and just have shredded centipedes flying everywhere.
Shredded centipedes. The worst combo. Alright, so everybody here needs to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Including the centipedes, right? Because the
In-
centipedes are.
Yeah.
Including the centipedes. That's true. Everything is getting shrapnel.
Everyone's doing dex saving throws, or
Everyone is doing a dex saving throw for 16 damage or half as much if you make the save. So that means his buddy up here has enough hit points where his save doesn't matter. He dies from the shrapnel.
Oh, the one that we took with us?
Yeah.
We didn't even have to push him off. He just got shredded to death.
He just died
Roll for
from
this.
collateral
Roll
damage.
for the centipede.
That was the
Aw.
centipedes. So a few centipedes are shredded. Alright, so Theron, George, and Mannix, you all take 16 piercing damage.
Yeah, that
Very
hurt.
good.
And Gillian and Celeste take 8 piercing damage. And then we go to, let's see, I had 3 of those, right? Yeah. Go to George. I'll do Gillian's.
That's my bonus action. And then I'm going to aim for the leader looking guy.
Am I skipping all my frames? This is not good.
Wow.
Wow.
Ooh, straight failure.
He whips back his thorn whip. And let's try this again. My extra attack. He whips out again. What the?
What? You rolled a 1, then you rolled a 2.
That's pretty bad, George.
That's all I got.
He just flails at the air. We're in a moving minecarts. Maybe that's affecting your thorn whip.
It's pretty rough. You see another kobold. This one has wings and horns and glows with an inner fire. And points his hands out and begins muttering as flames erupt from his hands.
Oh boy.
So he is going to launch some scorching rays.
It's fine.
He does get to add +2 from the inspiring presence of the chieftain to all of these. So he's gonna do
That's
one.
probably fine.
He's gonna do 1 at Kaless. Again, this has a +2. So 21 to Kaless.
Fuck you.
For 10 fire damage.
Ah.
Yeah, it's almost max damage.
2D. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Gonna launch 1 at Theron. +2 is 21.
All right.
for
Oh, you give him
5
five
fire
fire
damage.
damage.
Yeah. And then the third ray is at Mannix. Just firing at that first cart.
Okay.
22. Look at this guy.
What is going on
It's
with
just the
this
fucking
guy?
badass kobold strewn up there.
Yeah.
Fires at Mannix for 7 fire damage.
I will have 3 damage. I need all the damage I can get, so I'm gonna
Oh,
go
yeah.
ahead.
For mine, uncanny dodge.
Oh, you finally got to use absorb elements.
I did. So I'm gonna have resistance to that. So I'm gonna take 3 damage.
Keep forgetting about uncanny dodge.
With a melee attacking next turn. Yeah, okay. Yep. Okay.
Does this fire have to be poison?
This is not having poison.
Is this the poisonous kind of fire?
Is fire not poisonous?
Of a sort.
Of a sort? Its deadliness is the same. Alright, we're down to regular kobolds. Which are going to... One of them is going to dash to try to get around. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. And makes it to that same spot, but unfortunately had to dash, so... Can't quite get the rope into place that it wants to.
It's about to get run over.
Well, he's kind of right on the side, but yeah. And the other
You will also
two...
see my rapier dripping with blood from his friend who is dead.
The other two have slings. They're just going to try to shoot some nearby rocks at you all. And these ones will attack the Bat Crew. So we'll do one on George. Again, he has a +2. 17, George?
Nope.
Nope. And then Gillian.
No, 18 takes my sword.
Oh, man. There we go. Gillian gets the crit.
Dear Lord.
Oh, no.
As you get a rock to the face that does 5 damage from his sling. Mr. Theron.
So after this, the minecarts are moving forward.
Yeah.
After one more unit, and then Mr. Mannix, and then they're gonna go. Yes.
Oh. I see. I didn't see the extra poor initiative rolls down
Yes, there were some really bad ones.
I will use my Staff of Thorns to do a Wall of Thorns. In this general direction. In general. Rotate the...
In their general direction.
There
Okay.
we go. Sort of like that.
Oh boy.
Nice. So do kobolds
Dear
have dark vision?
Lord.
You presume that they would. Oh god, that is some damage.
Enjoy getting plants up your ass, motherfuckers. I toss out my cigarette. Jump down into the mine.
By the way, I smoke now. Deck saves. So everybody in the rectangle is making a deck save. Alright. That one is screams as thorns pierce into its body. This one I don't have to roll for. He's gonna die. Let's see, this one... Is it half damage for saving?
Probably. It's a
see what his hit points are. Oh, no, he dies anyway. And then this one will matter.
It is half as much.
Okay.
It's slashing damage, if that makes
Alright,
any
that
difference
just-
in the first one.
Mm.
After that's piercing.
Okay. That is 15. Alright, most of the kobolds in here die.
Just immediately impaled.
Yeah, immediately I'll just get impaled horribly. The one sorcerer one is bloodied and looks very injured. And the chieftain just kind of is screaming loudly.
It's also 20 feet high.
Okay.
Or, sorry, it's 10 feet high.
That's pretty
Less than
tall.
10.
That probably covers
Prob-
most of the wall to ceiling here,
Yeah,
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
I would
It
think.
fills that little opening, goes floor to ceiling. They can't
Yeah.
even see us now at this point.
Right, yeah, it's just blocked off. Alright, are we still in the cart? What you hear next, you hear the chieftain continue to scream, and you see different shapes taking flight from further down, deeper below you to the north, and you see a bunch of kobolds with wings seem to be flying up towards you, although you are also going down to meet them.
Do they look like the one down here? wings?
No, they don't. They do have wings, but they don't have like the horns and the fire and all the different special things that one has. They look
Okay.
like normal kobolds, but with wings.
Okay. They strap wings on kobolds now.
Hmm.
And is their range?
Oh, this is them? This looks like the regular kobold.
Yeah, the picture just looks like the normal one for some reason.
Oh, it's yellow instead of gray in the background. I see the difference.
I don't see a picture. Did
What?
you put-
I'm looking at the initiative. The one after Theron is the same one as the one before Theron.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see some of these. Yeah, some of you are tucked
No.
behind the wall, but
And we can't actually. I don't think we can. Well, yeah, there's a wall there. Maybe we can't see the flying.
yeah. They're all just going to come up and ready actions because they're not quite close enough to do anything from where they are. It's probably about as far as they can get right there. Alright, Mr. Mannix, after you, the minecarts will hurl onwards.
All right. Don't think I have anything that I can do to be helpful.
Can we record him saying that?
Just play it back anytime you want.
Every session.
I will. I'm just gonna take a pot shot with my hand crossbow at the wizard, the one that casts the fire rays. That is impaled on thorns.
Okay. Can you see him? I guess you can.
Are the thorns actually like opaque?
It
Can you see?
seems
thorns.
It's a wall of thorns. Yeah, it seems pretty thick.
All right. Well, then I will. Let's see. Where am I at? Oh, well, in that case, I can't see anybody because I'm just staring at the wall of thorns.
That's what I'm trying to suss out. Like, I think you
It
guys.
blocks line of sight.
Yeah.
Oh, it does.
He like literally
All
just
right,
built
well,
this
then-
giant fucking
Yeah,
rectangular
then I was
wall
gonna-
down the lane,
We're just staring at a cavern full of thorns, then.
basically.
All right. Well, then I would like to hunker down.
There is
as
one.
low as I-
Sorry, I will say there is one kobold that tried to run up in front of you guys again. That is now at that same position with the rope. But he had to use his whole turn to
Oh.
get up there.
Sure. All right. No, I'll take a shot at him. I'm going to use insightful fighting to attempt to get my. Although, is he engaged with somebody since he's 5 feet away from Theron and Colette?
He has a lovely fiance. They get along very well. They are sending out invites soon.
Yeah. I'd like to shoot him in the back.
How dare you? Why can't you let them love?
I mean, if he's already like in the engaged room, I will just get sneak attack. But if he's not, then I'll do insightful fire.
Technically, I guess he's in melee range, yeah, because at the very least, Kales is hanging onto the front still, so
Right.
in terms of the next, like, second before you act, they are together in melee range, so I would allow it.
Okay. All right.
Considering she just attacked that same spot.
Right. Hand crossbow, that worked.
Alright, we'll shoot, yeah.
For 15 damage.
Alright, Manix, you...
Pretty good for a hand crossbow.
That's pretty good. You annihilate that one right in the throat. Falls down
I'd like
into the
for him to, like,
gorge.
stagger. Yeah, but I'd like for the thing to go through his throat for him to stagger back.
Yeah.
And just fall backwards.
He does the Ed Harris broken arrow scream. You're like, what? Why does he sound like that?
It is one manly kobold.
Alright, the minecarts continue down the track unopposed. I don't know how the hell I'm going to drag all of you down there.
Everybody.
Let's start moving some of these tokens. Just for funsies, you guys still have that dead kobold in your one. Nobody got rid of that one. It's just in front. Just
Now it's just slumped over the
it's
front of the
slumped
minecart.
over the front.
like a really in poor taste mast on a ship.
Yep.
It's just...
What happened to the centipedes?
The centipedes are still crawling all over you, but they didn't get a turn yet
Okay,
because
cool.
they okay, cool. Unfortunately, I rolled higher on initiative than had already gone, so they didn't get a turn that round. Alright, let's see. For 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 40, 50, 50. Alright, you guys make it to... God, I have to reorient. This is going to be a disaster. I have to spin this mine cart around. And as you guys come around the track, all of the readied actions from the winged kobolds will go off.
Oh, goody. Guess who's the horn ornament?
Yeah,
Dead
so
kobold.
you're basically
That's
there. Theron is here.
They'll take the brunt of the attacks, for sure.
Is here. And then this one.
What is going on?
I'm having to spin the
Spin
mine
everything,
carts.
reorient.
Yep. George is in the back. Gillian's there.
Is that as far as it goes? Doesn't it only goes 30 feet?
Oh, is that? I thought that was about 60. Is it not?
No, it's like 40.
Ah, damn it.
Time to turn us again.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, as you guys hit that point, the winged kobolds attack, but you guys will make it a little further
Okay.
in. I guess I can just box you and drag you out. The problem is I can't reorient the minecart without moving everything.
Right, moving everybody off.
Yeah. All right. So you guys will make it inside the cave. I do need whoever is controlling the back one to roll a d4 for the brakes, though. Alright, so
It was Gillian earlier.
I'm sorry, what did you say about breaks?
Gillian needs to
None.
roll break.
We're rolling again. 1d4. Ooh, I'm very good at this.
Nice.
Sound calling.
Very gentle with the
Minecart
brakes.
driver.
That gentle touch. Gentle touch.
Yeah. Actually, I'll put the Theron on that
Thanks for
square.
calling it as a brakeman.
Manix on that one. Shit. I don't want to drag the carts. Alright. Cart goes there. And there's Gillian. And there's George. And there's the centipedes. Guest starring centipedes.
We're on this ride too.
Yep. Okay,
The name of this episode. Centipedes.
centipedes. Alright, so as I said, as you go by, the winged kobolds all throw rocks at you. They do.
Rocks.
They do.
like a bunch of street hooligans. Just get off our street.
You damn
Nope,
kids in
they're
your
giant
minecarts! They do not get the +2 because they were not near the chief, but there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you. Alright, so let's do
Do we get partial cover?
some rocks.
That actually should have been a thing earlier.
Possibly, but these guys, with the other ones probably, but these guys are actually flying, so if anything, they've got a pretty good angle on you.
It wouldn't have mattered against those scorching rays. It's all 20 pluses.
That's true. Alright, so rocks, let's do one against George. That rock comes speeding in like a bullet.
Dropped a rock.
For 6 damage. Let's do one on Gillian.
I'll be honest with you. This
For
is
miss.
the worst Disney ride I've ever been on. This Cobalt minecart ride is no good.
I'm giving it 2 stars. Okay, 3 stars.
The Cobalts are pretty realistic.
Mannix, what is your armor class, sir?
13.
I've got good news for you. You've got a rock in the face.
Yeah. A rock
For
in the
6
face.
damage.
You get a free rock.
I'm gonna cast shield because fuck it. At this point,
Mr. Theron is next. 18, Theron?
That's exactly what you needed to roll.
Hey, I could do that. For 9. Jesus, these rocks.
these rocks.
Coming in. You know what? This is the entire Cobalt baseball team. It's just lifted into the air. All of them starting pitchers somehow. Cobalts play by different rules. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 5 against Kaless. You know what? We totally forgot about Hugh. Hugh is still running back behind.
He's gonna encounter some real problems back
He's
there.
just gonna go into a thorn wall back there. 16, Kaless.
No.
No. Okay, so that's 5. Let's do. Everybody, roll me a d20, please. Straight up.
No.
Everybody?
Everybody. Everyone.
The last 3 yet.
Oh, I accidentally took that twice. Sorry.
To determine who gets the next couple rock throws.
I'll take both of them.
There's 3 more coming.
All right.
You want to take all 3?
Yeah, I'll take all 3.
She gets like puts her back up. I'll take it.
All right, that sounds
Take
good
the
to me.
lashings.
Let's do number 1.
Although I'll say this with a caveat: if you critically fail one of them, I get to try to swing at it like a baseball.
While you're hanging on to the minecart.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what if I crit you though?
Oh my! With a fucking rock.
With
What's
a
going
fucking
on?
rock.
Mm-hmm.
How about 6 damage?
Terrible
That's-
damage.
That was
How's that?
terrible
Look at-
damage.
God.
That's what the damage should be like instead of all these 8s and 9s.
How about if I just uncanny dodge that? I'll take 3 damage.
Somehow dodging while
While you're hanging on.
hanging onto the minecart. It should give you disadvantage to all these. Alright, from somewhere up above you hear Hugh hauling ass going, "What the hell's going on here?
Go back, you. Go back. It's bad.
Hugh's coming, everybody!"
You don't want to smell what Theron just let out. Run away, Hugh.
Alright, before we start this next round, let's take a break. And we will return with more of the world's best Disneyland ride. time. You guys are still hurtling down the mine carts at a breakneck pace, although thanks to the magic of turn-based combat, you are currently frozen in time. The top of the round, the Cobalt Chieftain is going to... At this point, you guys actually don't know what's happening up there. Other than you hear Hugh kind of shouting after you, trying to keep up.
Wait, I'm confused a little bit about the timeline. What's happening?
Yes.
Where did... Oh, those kobolds all readied... How many kobolds are there? Flying kobolds?
8.
8 flying kobolds.
Yes, sir.
And they had all readied the drop action. So when
Yes,
we
sir.
passed underneath them, they passed... Okay, I see.
Yes, sir.
I was trying to figure out where they... Now we're back up at the top of the round?
Correct.
Okay.
So the mine carts are still in motion, but you guys are, again, just because of the magic of D&D, we're having to just stop it in certain intervals, and you guys are stopped right now in what looks to be the living quarters for these kobolds that have the wings. They appear to be separate from the others. You're not sure about what the kobold physiology or evolutionary cycle is like, but they don't seem to hang out with the others. But they do seem to defend the territory the same way. Yeah, you just hear sounds up above that sounds like Hugh at one point cries out in pain. But otherwise, we go to...
He's got a throw ball to help him. He'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, we go to Coalesce.
Yay!
Still
Stabby,
hanging on the
stabby.
front of the minecart. Yeah. So these kobolds are... The ones in the caves are probably only about... I don't know... 6-7 feet in the air, and then the ones outside are obviously all kind of hovering at different elevations, but none of these guys are on the ground. They're in the air, and they've been
Okay.
pelting you all with rocks, chittering angrily.
Okay. Chitter. Will 20 work?
As I said, I don't think this one is in melee range of you.
Well, I'm on the front of the cart. I figured the front of the cart's like 3 feet up. If I stand on top of it with my little acrobatic skills again, he's gonna be. He's only 6 feet up.
Give me an acrobatics check to do a leaping motion from the front of the from the front of the minecart.
Well, I'm not really leaping. I'm just like clambering up and like balancing. I'm riding it like a skate.
Okay, then give me an acrobatics check to clamber up and balance.
I got this shit.
Very nice. Yeah, you're built for this.
I really
Alright, 20 will hit. I'm just waiting for
Oh,
that
that
time
was
you roll
real
a 1.
bad.
That's alright.
That
These
was
guys
real bad.
don't seem very hardy at all. You skewer that one just at the bottom. Right on, well, it screams and flutters down.
Cool. So with my last little bit, I'm just gonna like kind of like do like a crouch type position, so that way you don't make me do another acrobatics check. I'm like crouch down, kind of like on the front corner, like the jaguar symbol from the cars.
Do you want to leave the slumped over kobold corpse in the... It's under Theron right now, token-wise, but...
Well, I mean, if it's no, I'll throw him out.
Alright, you
Can
throw
I
him
throw
out.
him at one of the other kobolds?
No, you've already taken your action.
Alright. I'll just toss him down the well and hope he hits something.
There you go.
Toss him down. Alright, so that you can basically squeeze in with the other two. With
No, I don't want to squeeze in. I want to stay where
stay
I
on the
am,
top.
but-
Alright.
Yeah.
Well, give me another acrobatics
Try to
check to balance on the top then.
I told you, I'm gonna like kneel down though.
Alright, you can go for it, but I'm still gonna need an acrobatics check. If you're not in the minecart, it's gonna take some kind of acrobatics to stay balanced on it. Alright, you
that
maintain.
wasn't as good, but yeah.
Next, the swarm of centipedes. I do not have their stat sheet open, that's my bad.
What is the chirping sound?
Sorry, so one of my fucking toads has not eaten the crickets, and it is... Cricket is trying to call out to the rest of its people to warn them.
To come save it, and
They've been
it's
very
not gonna
good
happen.
lately about eating the crickets, and then today they just like, no, we're gonna leave those in there. So, yep, that's
Well, the
trick,
battle
man.
music's not on either, so that's
That is the problem.
noticeable.
Turn that battle music right on there. Drown out. A swarm of war crickets festers over you. All over. Let's see. Gillian and George both give me a d20. Let's see who the swarm goes after. Apparently, they can only swarm at one person at a time.
Hmm.
George, d20, please.
The crickets sing their sweet lullabies.
That's right. They're swarming over George. Very, very terribly.
Why?
It's just they can't find purchase. They're just all over the bottom right now.
The minecart's knocking them around. They're just
Yep.
like swishing at the bottom of the minecart.
Exactly. All right, Gillian.
So yeah, so are they at the bottom of the cart? Are they like on me? Where are these? Exactly?
They're right now. They were trying to climb all over George and bite at him, but they weren't able to find any fleshy bits to sink onto. But they're just kind of all over the place in your cart.
How tall is this cart? Like 3 feet or something like that?
Probably. And it's weirdly sloped, so you guys are at an angle constantly as you're going down, but the minecart itself is shaped where it feels like you're actually balanced as you go down.
Okay.
Stupid crickets.
So. Oh boy. I am going to cast Wall of Water in our cart,
Oh man.
try to drown as many centipedes as possible. So, it's up to like 30 feet long. 30 feet long, 10 feet high, and 1 foot thick. So, I feel like, I basically am just gonna, mostly
Fill the cart
cover
with
the
water.
cart. Yeah. Fill the cart with water. And just try to drown them. Because I already Googled and centipedes cannot swim.
She's done the research.
And what's funny is that when you Google the phrase "can centipedes," the first thing that comes up is swim.
But how many do that in a D&D
Somehow-
context, I wonder?
Yeah.
So
I like
that's
to
what
think-
I'm doing. I'm filling our cart with water.
I like to think this is Gillian's like action one-liner too. It's like, what happens to a centipede that gets covered in water? It can't swim.
But it can walk on the bottom.
Is there any kind of damage or skill check at all, or is this the action of just literally filling it up with water?
I think it's just literally filling. So it's my control air and water ability. It's like part of my Triton thing. It's wall
Okay.
of water. So hold on.
You can cast Wall of Water.
I think it's literally just water, and then it's like the wall space is difficult terrain, but it doesn't actually do any damage. But if they drown, I think that damage is done.
Oh, apparently
Washing
Wall of Water is
blood.
part of... Wait, no, it's not. It says Xanathars. I should have Xanathars.
Yeah.
Oh, weird. No, it wants to point to Valos for some reason. I cannot look at Wall of Water. In Roll20.
It's also looks like an element. I don't know if it's true or not.
Have we not used this spell before?
Not like this.
Not like this, yeah. Interesting. Yeah,
Yeah,
wall
no.
space, difficult terrain. Any ranged attack enters the wall space is disadvantaged, and the attack roll and fire damage is
We
halved.
probably haven't used it. This because this is like a 5th level thing, so I probably just relatively new.
5-foot square frozen section. Okay. So you're conjuring up. Oh, it's actually lasts for 10 minutes with concentration too. Wall of water up to 30 feet long. So it doesn't have to be that long. It's up to that big. So you can literally make it just
yeah.
enough to fill the
All of
cart.
that.
Okay.
Just turn the.
Yeah.
You're turning the minecart into a tub, basically. Just a tub
Yeah,
of
that's
an
what I'm
overflowing tub of
saying.
water.
That's funny because you and George,
dancing.
you are the ones in that cart, which are the like aquatic races too. So you're just making a themed cart basically back there. You're a little more comfortable. Okay, you cast, you pull in the water moisture around you and fill this cart up, and you begin to see centipede bodies just trying to like get in there. And I assume you and George can kind of duck into the water to literally kind of bathe yourself of them, and then from there just kind of flick them off.
Centipede soup.
It's a centipede soup in there. It's pretty gross. But that seems to be pretty effective. They appear to be drowning in the water. As they chirp their goodbyes.
I will also hold on. How many spell slots do I have?
Enters are dead, right? Yes.
Manix, how are you doing on health?
I'm little less than half after that one. What was it? It was a rock, I guess.
It took a bad rock to the face.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm at 14.
I'll go ahead and cast Healing Word as my bonus action on you.
Thank you. From the other
You're
minecart.
welcome.
A little low from the water cart.
That's right.
Okay, that's my turn.
I like what you guys have done with your cart. It's just water's just pouring out over the sides, coming from nowhere.
Basically.
What's going on in there?
Occasionally a centipede crawls out.
Yep.
Mr. George.
Starts bubbling. They have a sauna going over there.
That's right.
You said they're all flying above us.
Correct.
Which one hit me?
I think that was
Fine,
one
we'll
of
just
the.
pick a random one.
Yeah.
Let's pick a random.
Yeah, we'll say the
I aim
closest
for
one.
I'm for the guy that hit me. I kind of want to just give up because I didn't do so well last time.
Sure
George's
is.
going through an existential crisis. Well, now you got a themed mine card, so that should lift your spirits.
His thorn whip just doesn't go out anymore.
Just gonna toss it down the chasm. Fuck
Forget
off,
this.
sword.
All right, well, his thorn whip is still in whip form, so he's gonna go for the guy that hit him.
There you go. 16 will hit.
Okay. Guess I forget how high up he was. I pull him closer towards me.
Okay. As you do, you see that your sword whip is wrapped around his throat and choked the life out of him.
All right, well,
You now have a kobold body.
in that case, he'll release it.
Hurrah!
Yeah, just like he tries to grab that coal ball, but it just goes right through his neck,
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
and head and body just fall down the shaft. How far is this guy here? Well, he goes for the guy right behind him and just kind of whips out again with his extra attack.
Whip it good.
He done whipped it good.
30 feet? Yeah, we'll say 30 feet. Alright, same thing with that one. You wrap it around the body and just jerk, and you like snap its neck as you jerk it.
Can't get a hold of anybody,
Yeah. Now you're just lashing out and killing them.
pretty much. Technically I have that, but there's nobody close enough, right? This guy's in the air.
Yeah, those two are in the air. They are decently, but they're not really within melee range. Unless you want to do the Coalesce thing and give me an acrobatics to like jump up on your minecart.
No, I'm okay. I'm gonna stop.
I'm gonna stop now.
He just murders a few of them. Okay.
All right, I'm
I'm
good,
gonna
I'm
stop.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Once again, you hear sounds and screams. You think you even see the occasional fire bolt blast. You hear Hugh shout out in anger from above you. And then we go to Theron.
Oh boy. Let's do Flaming Sphere at level 3.
Boy, we're not fucking around with these kobolds now.
I'll slam it into western most kobold.
Oh yeah, I remember these guys, didn't I?
Oh yeah.
I was doing that for a hot second. Where did our flaming spheres go? I'll use this. Okay. Let's see. Is that a you roll or me roll?
I roll the damage, you roll the saving throw.
Dex save. Okay. It ain't good, boss. It ain't good.
Ain't good.
Flaming sphere
So-
slams into him. 9 damage. That sphere engulfs this kobold completely, and it screams. Its skin charls and churns and blackens. Its name was Charles. It's Charles. Charles, no.
Charles the kobold.
Was he in charge?
He was. That's damn it.
So, okay, never mind. That's my turn.
All right. I'm running out of kobolds now. They will continue to swoop over and try to hurl rocks around you. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, as you guys are still coming around the bend here. Let's do one on George. Negative. Let's do one on Gillian. Negative. Let's do one on Mannix.
Positive.
Positive. There's a rock for you, Mannix.
Why?
And do one on Kaless. Oh boy, that was. The rolls have left me now.
Oh, do I get to do my baseball swing?
No.
Remember we talked about this.
No baseball
Aw.
swing. Mr. Mannix.
Damn it.
Okay. How far away is this one still in the air?
It's probably within 10 feet. But we've established that if it's that close, you could use an acrobatics check to get on the top of the mine.
But it's
Or-
not like I was thinking like engaged with my teammates.
Right, yeah, it hasn't been using
So
it.
probably not.
These guys aren't using melee attacks either. They're literally just hurling rocks at you guys.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'm going to use insightful fighting on that one. What is it? My insight versus his deception.
I don't think the deception is that good.
Nope.
Tis not.
All right. So I do get sneak attack on a crossbow bolt to that kobold. Fuck off. Well, if I ever do hit him, I do get a sneak attack damage.
Good to know.
I will then hunker down into this minecart as deep and dark as I can go.
It's just all Theron crotch down there now.
Yeah, I'm sure it's smells like his thighs. I'm
How do you know
familiar.
what Theron's thighs smell
I'm very
like?
familiar.
My thighs wish.
I mean, I know y'all were engaged to be married at one point, but
that's
dang.
It is dark, damp,
Oh god.
and the smell just
There's a lot of
almost
humidity
knocks
down
you
there.
out.
Oh man.
Not quite. You're alive just enough you realize
What's
you've made a
happening?
terrible, terrible mistake.
They're just muttering this under his breath.
What are you saying in there?
Does he have muscular thighs? End of the round, your carts go speeding past. Let's see, before I move, you'll determine where you end up. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55.
My sphere will be coming with me.
Come, Sphere. See if I can take just you guys. Hurl you over here. And then rotate everybody.
Another minecart.
Another minecart. Look at that. Alright, so that one ends up there. Should I put Clus in front? You there. You there. And then that one makes it here. Spins slightly. Gillian in front. George in the back. Here, you're not moving your token. There we go. Alright, so this is the new situation you are all in. And you guys have no idea what's happening.
Are we just skipping your dungeon? By
up
the way?
above? No, you guys are hitting every stop on the way down so far.
I guess that's true.
Yeah.
We're doing it all just in very quick passing.
Mine track is the main path, yeah. We start with Kaless.
Okay. Man, there's nobody around me this time.
Yep, you guys just go hurtling by.
Okay.
You can just ready a range attack if one of them does get close enough. Those flying dudes.
You guys.
I can see two of them.
Oh, you
So
can-
on the chieftain's turn, you guys heard him scream out in Draconic, which man, we forget to do your concentration, don't we?
Yeah, we did. Do me to roll like 3 times. I feel like I've gotten hit 3 times.
I think 3 times is good. Let's do 3 concentration checks. Is comprehend concentration, I assume?
Actually, let me check.
Because there are a few that aren't.
Comprehend, it is not, actually.
Not concentration? How long does it last?
Um,
An hour. Okay,
1
you still
hour.
got it then.
Yeah.
Alright, you hear him shout in Draconic, go beseech Zindalor. Our savior will, our overlord, and it basically says a bunch of like honorifics, like the majestic ever-burning furnace will destroy them. Beseech the overlord's aid for our vengeance, and all this kind of stuff. And as he shouts that to the winged ones out there.
I will advise back to everyone else that we need to kill those flying fuckers or they're gonna alert the dragon.
I'm going for this one.
Okay, 23 will hit.
This one right here.
Okay.
For 18.
For 1 dead kobold. Right to the chest. That one hurtles downward.
And then I just crouch back down on the front of my cart again.
Alright. Gillian. And Gillian, you can actually have a point of inspiration for the way you killed the centipedes by drowning them with water. I like that a lot.
Thank you. Well, I mean, I can see this one guy way over here. He's super far
Way
away,
across the
though.
road.
How
55 feet.
Well, I can't see anything over there.
Oh,
I
machine
can. The
somebody else.
only thing
Okay.
I can see. Why can I not? Gun things.
You guys are like
Is this
passing
guy
in and out of
here?
like tunnels and rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, does anyone else want a cart full of water?
I don't see how it's helpful to anyone, but
It's refreshing.
it's probably very nice. It's like an old school bath
Oh, he's only like.
from an old western. Just fill a metal tub full of water.
Yeah. And set it hurtling down a dark ravine. Just in the olden days. It was real rough back then. Sir, please, I just want the bath. I don't need to go down there.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, this is... If you know of a better way to take a bath, then I'm all ears. We gotta set you down this cliff.
Okay. I'm just gonna go old fashioned and aim at that one to the southwest with my crossbow.
That one is... so you probably can't actually see that one because that one is actually way
Oh.
above you by almost 100 feet up in the air. So the way the elevation changes, you guys are spiraling downward, but I'm
I
not
see.
attaching the dynamic lighting as you guys go down, so...
Oh, well, then I guess I can't really do much. I can't hit anyone then.
You can
So-
ready something if one of them approaches.
Yeah. Okay. So I will. Well, for one thing, I'll heal. My goodness, we all look a little beaten up.
Well, taking rocks to the face.
You still have the HP. Let's see if this macro still works. It does.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we're all a little hurt.
Everybody's hurting. There's some disparaging HPs amongst you.
Manix, do you have any HP?
I got some.
He's exactly half a Theran.
Yep.
Do you? I honestly looks like nothing on. I can't see like your bar at all.
Oh, I think it's under Theron.
It's
Yeah,
probably just
I've got
tucked
12 of
underneath.
33.
Or-
Yep.
Okay. Well, then I will. I see. That makes more sense. I'll heal. George, then. Oh boy.
Ones on both.
It's something.
It's something.
Well, let's see if I have any potions or anything. No, I think I do. Yeah, Manix, you can have my potion of greater healing.
Ooh,
Sure, I'll.
that's kind of you.
I'm gonna pick up some more of those later.
Just throw it at him.
That's right.
That's the only useful thing I can do right now.
Thank you for my 5 hit points.
You're quite welcome. I can't click on my potion of greater healing.
I mean, if you just want to like, I was gonna say just want to toss it to me, but you were literally in 2 different minecarts hurtling down. So probably we have to physically like reach out and I'll take it from you.
Yeah.
Hand to hand.
Mr. George.
Do I see anybody around me? There isn't, right?
You've got... you don't have a light source on you, do you? You know, that flaming sphere probably gives off some light. There's somebody, for some reason, it's tucked into the dynamic lighting, but there's somebody right here that was coming at you. I don't know why you can't quite... I guess because this isn't actually giving off any light.
I don't know, it's like solid black.
Hang on, let's add some light to it. Because I bet your flaming sphere gives off light right there.
Now, is he pursuing us?
That one looks like he's pursuing you, yes.
Alright.
Or what really happened is he was throwing a rock at you, and then you all hurtled past him at the moment. So he hasn't acted yet, so he's still dealing with the fact that you're in minecarts moving along rapidly.
Well, he's within 30 feet, so I'm gonna whip out at him.
Whipping good. Ooh, 6 is not quite a one-hit kill.
Well, I pull him 10 feet closer.
You can do that.
Release. And go again.
Whiff him again. Oh dear.
Oh boy!
Destroy that.
For one more damage.
For 1 more damage with that crit. That's
Yep,
alright.
okay.
That's all it needed.
Just explodes into feathers.
Yep.
And then with my bonus action, just gonna
Heal up.
win that. 1d10 plus my fighter level. What is my fighter level? 5. Plus 5. 9 more hit points. 34. Okay.
Alright. Once again, you hear shouts, screams, yells, fireballs from up ahead. Not sure what's going on. And then we go to Mr. Thurn.
Is there? I guess I can't see anyone else.
From your point of view, you've got, yeah, exactly. Just outside right there, you've got somebody flying right there. Actually, there's 2 of them right next to each other.
All right, I'll slam my sphere into one of them.
Not quite enough for a killing blow, but pretty close. Although, it is massive damage.
Great.
For our small kobold friend. Oh, that one withstands the might!
Wow!
For its -1 con. Is that the action to do that?
It's the bonus action. So, at the end of their turn, so that one stopped moving this turn, and when it ends its turn, it takes damage again. Then already,
If it ends its turn next to the spear?
yeah. Actually, I'll throw a. That was my bonus action, so I'll do a sling bullet.
Wow.
That will finish
Okay.
off that kobold.
Alright.
Alright, 1 winged kobold remains, and that one tucks its wings in and hurtles down deeper into the chasm. But can only go so far. So, Mr. Mannix,
Did that one hurtle out of my view?
it seemed to exactly try to put, yeah, that giant rock in the middle between you all.
Alright. Since the minecarts are about to move, I will just steady my crossbow hand on the edge of the minecart, and if I see that kobold, we'll take a shot at him.
Okay. I'm moving your tokens for the next one.
Going down to the next level.
Yep. As you guys hurtle down to the next section. And again, you guys are not stopping, so there's no breaks involved here.
Right
Tell
at
me,
the end.
tell me if you want to stop, but yeah, right now you guys are just hurtling.
I don't know. They're in the very beginning. He said we should. So
Yeah.
what's the
All right, so
Till death. I
You guys now find yourself over here.
Uh-oh, a split. That's where the cartoon antics come in. We go different
Yeah, and
directions, we
you
actually
see
get it.
the tracks taking the left route.
Which one?
The leftmost fork right now.
Okay, the outside edge.
Yeah, the outside edge.
Okay.
Yep.
Is that the way we want to go?
And from this depth, let's see. You can't see any enemies. But you remember that Kobold was heading down, but you guys were actually obviously accelerating a lot faster than it could fly, going downwards, and you had a head start on it as you were going down with it.
So we're more than likely to intercept him at some point.
Right.
So do we see him above us then?
Not at the moment. Even with 60-foot dark vision, he's still not. You still can't actually see him yet.
So we're right now, by the way, Eric, we can see ourselves 3 times right now.
I know. I haven't deleted your old ones
Okay.
yet.
So right now, we're the rightmost one?
You are the rightmost panel. Yeah.
Okay. So right now we're kind of like a
This is
tunnel
a
type.
nightmare map to run because it's just stacked on top of itself with multiple
Yeah.
different elevations within the same map.
So we've reached the bottom then, right? It appears that we've reached the bottom.
What can you see? Yes, so
I
from
see
what
a
you
lot.
can see, you just see the end of the track right there. Yeah, and it looks like it ends
Okay.
rather suddenly.
Alright.
And you guys are still hurtling, so it would require some breaks. So at this round, you guys are still up here, and then it looks like you would reach the bottom next round.
You mean the end of the track?
End of the track, yes.
So, seeing that the end of the track is coming up, I would like to use my acrobatic skills to deftly jump off of the cart.
Go for it.
Leap off that moving cart.
Alright, you are able to easily and nimbly jump off that cart as it speeds by. You see a kind of cave opening to your left, as well as the tracks continue into that fork to your north. Sorry, south. The cave opening's to the south, and then the tracks to the northwest.
Okay. I'm just gonna have jumped off of my cart. And I'm just gonna wait.
Okay.
I'm looking up for that one kobold that was flying down.
Okay.
And as soon as he comes into the very edge of my dark vision, I'm shooting him with my crossbow.
Okay.
Or my short bow.
Just have it trained up there.
Yeah.
Alright, Gillian. So right now you guys are coming out of a tunnel and emerging onto the forked minecart path. Currently it is set to taking the left track, which ends rather abruptly, although you would have another round to apply the brakes before something bad happens. Or you could apply the brakes here.
How about I stop the cart here, then?
Yep, you could do that.
I would like to apply the brake.
Give me a D4, please. See if those brakes stay on. All right, they feel a little rusty and feel like they're giving a bit, but you are able to pull gently, and you have a horrible little squealing sound, but yours slowly begins to come to a stop back up there in the tunnel.
Okay. Alright, then... I'm gonna heal myself.
You know what? I'm gonna heal myself this time. Have some self-care.
I deserve it.
Everybody else?
I'll do that, and I will also ready a crossbow attack anytime I see any of the things, any of the kobolds.
Okay, everybody's got their weapons trained. Mr. George, your cart has is in the process of stopping, I should say.
How about Mannix's cart?
Manix's cart is still hurtling forward. Yeah.
I heard Celeste jump out. What about Theron?
Theron has not had a chance to act yet.
For my cart, I would like to push past Gillian, or swim past Gillian, should I say, and grab the scruff of Mannix and Theron's back as our cart slows down. Because I have a feeling they're not going to succeed.
Sorry, say again what you're trying to do?
Our cart's the fun cart.
I swim past Gillian and I just reach forward and grab Mannix and Theron. Like kind of yanking them out of their cart, essentially.
They're gonna pull us out of our cart.
Yes.
You could probably grab one of them, but I don't know if you could, unless you want to try to leap over to their cart somehow. But I don't think you would have that kind of reach to be able to grab both of them out of their cart.
Me.
Like
Who do you think is in the back of the cart?
Well, Mannix did duck down, so do I even see him?
Probably not. We're probably hiding.
Theron
I'm
is
down by Theron's thighs. We covered this.
We did cover this extensively, rather. In far more detail than anyone asked for.
Alright.
Unless you wanted to vine whip sword them, I could let you
Hold
do
on.
that.
That would probably kill me.
I thought about
I'll save you, Mannix.
You grabbed my neck.
What can George do at this point? So our cart's slowing down.
Mm-hmm.
Our cart's speeding up.
Yeah. Here comes the algebra problem again.
Yeah.
George.
Through a Herculean feat of strength, you could try to grab the back of the cart and slow it down. But that would be a pretty high skill check. Doing the cartoon thing where you're like, you got the feet out, sparks flying from your shoes.
No, that's not worth it. What would George do? What would George do? He would lightly vine whip Mannix.
Hold on.
Hey,
do
Mannix
not
is
agree to
ducked
that.
down below into the cart, though.
I'm ducked down below. I don't have the health to.
I would give Mannix cover.
Let me ask you one more question then. Can I reach over and grab Theron then, as I see him?
Now, Theron was in front of Mannix, right? He was the one touching the... Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Forget
Just
them.
get in our cart. Join the fun cart.
You can either jump in there, vine whip somebody.
As soon
There's
as
space now that I've jumped out.
As soon as Gillian and my cart slow down, I'm just gonna quickly step out. There.
Just step out, yep.
I'm just gonna step out of our cart.
Okay.
I'm gonna assume that they're gonna stop on their turn, so I'm not gonna care about them.
Okay.
Goodbye, friends.
Goodbye,
I hope you
friends.
live.
George and I just look at the cart and go, oh no.
Yeah.
And
they're
George
okay.
just being cautious like Gillian, he's gonna ready in action, so if somebody comes within 30 feet, he's gonna whip them.
Okay. Mr. Theron.
I'm gonna turn around to Mannix. Are you with me? And I'm gonna rip the brake off. And ready in action, throw it at the first person I see.
Mannix, meanwhile, is in the fetal position.
Praying to Theron's thighs now.
I've got a foot on the top of the cart, nettle rod in hand, ready to.
Captain
Throw.
Morgan position.
Yes.
Mannix realizes too late that Theron prefers the kilts.
I'm sure that was a funny joke, but
Damn
you
it.
cut out for the second half.
Yeah.
The Mannix realizes too late that Theron prefers kilts when he's wearing, hurtling down the minecart.
Yeah. I should have realized that as soon as I got in the car.
There's a mad gleam in his eye. It's been a
That's
while
right.
since he's been in the mine.
It's true.
All his dwarf instincts are coming back to him.
To kill.
Must
Turns out-
murder.
Dwarves are rabid creatures. Who knew?
The winged kobold descends another 60 feet, which, let's see, where are we at?
Does it put him in my line of sight for 60?
I think it does. Let's see, it started at, let's say 100, so it's probably at 40 feet. You guys are at 25 feet, so it's at a difference of 15.
And I've
feet
got
in
my
the air.
dark vision, so I can see him.
All right, so it's so well before it reaches its full flight, you can see it hurtling down somewhere, kind of up here.
So he is close enough that I can shoot him then.
Yes.
Okay.
So that triggers your Overwatch shot, basically. You're ready to action. 26 will hit.
Oh, whoops! I had the sneak attack on. My bad. Well, yeah, I guess it could be because on my turn I didn't take sneak attack, so yeah.
You'd have to have advantage on him to get sneak
just jumped
attack.
on him. Oh yeah, that's right. Whoops. So ignore the 8. It's just the 11.
11 will one-shot him, however. So he hurtles down and then opens his eyes in surprise. He realizes he is not faster than a speeding minecart. And you catch him right between the eyes, and his body just hurls down, landing somewhere on the track, but thankfully not quite on your track. Lands pretty much on the other track. Alright, Mr. Mannix, you find yourself in a rather precarious position.
I, out of just sheer fear, at this point, I'm too afraid to jump out of the minecart. So, and the minecart is going to hurtle to whatever end Theron has in mind. So I'm going to stand up, put my arms around Theron in a bear hug, and just hope that if we hit something hard, it hits Theron first.
And then doesn't impact you at all.
Yes. It just breaks.
Theron is your cushion.
Alright, so at the end of the round, Gillian's cart has gently come to a stop, and George has clambered out. Kaless leapt out of her cart. Theron ripped the brakes off and put one foot on the front and is hurtling downward. Theron, you can have a point of inspiration for that
Flaming sphere in my other hand.
heedless display of insanity that came out of seemingly nowhere.
Frothing at the mouth.
He feels the dwarven cart.
There's no more enemies left. What are we doing? Ah!
Your cart goes hurtling down into the bottom.
Oh dear. There is an end to this track.
Yep, and slams into this wall. And you both go crashing into it as well. Both of you give me
Why don't we
two.
take the other direction?
Huh?
Why don't we take the right direction?
Because the tracks were currently going to the left direction.
Okay.
You notice the right track seemed to go deeper into a tunnel, and you recall that Musharib told you and Hugh that the mine was connected to the Dwarven Forge, but also looks like to the Dwarven Forge that Musharib was wanting to reclaim. You guys slam into the wall, and I will give you a chance to make a dexterity saving throw.
Does my Theron shield give me advantage on this?
Sure, we'll say that. I'll let you have advantage. Theron doesn't get any advantage because he's taking the brunt of it for you.
I'm using him as the
Do I get a bonus action?
It's not your turn, but what do you have in mind?
Dinosaur time.
Did you want to do that on your turn? This is the end of the round, the minecart just moving.
Okay, yeah. I mean, right before we get catapulted off the thing.
You
I was
flip into a
attracted to
dinosaur. With Theron still hanging on.
That's right. Hey, it's probably a better shield to be hanging onto
Probably.
a big dinosaur.
You explode into it. Alright, yeah, I'll let you transform before
Yeah.
scream as you slam into the wall and transform into a beast.
Meanwhile, my save. How about a crit?
Wow, that's a pretty good save.
Pretty good.
Let's see, so we'll say hurtle down. So, Mr. Mannix, you can take half damage. And Theron, you take the full brunt, which is not that bad. As you guys slam into the walls and kind of crash around, but Mannix, you're able to hang on to the back of this giant Allosaurus that takes the primary amount of pounding.
Theron, I've never been this close to your dinosaur form before. I like it.
This was an experience you guys shared together.
I shake him off.
That minecart crashes
Explodes?
yeah, into the wall and explodes. And
Oh, no.
you hear a dragon begin to growl angrily at this sound and start making a roaring. And I believe that is where we're going to end our session tonight.
I run back up the tracks.
Hurling upwards. Thank you to Chris, Heather, Rochelle, Raymond, and Reese for playing. Thank you to our wonderful fans for watching. Check out RogueWatson.com for recaps. Patreon.com/RogueWatson if you'd like to support the channel. We are live streaming our D&D adventures every week. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Save it for concentration.
Oh yeah. Good job. That flaming spear just didn't go away.
Concentrates while
Break hand on
slamming.
the other. I go fucking turn one claw, and the break hand on my other claw,
Good lord.
and a wizard hat on top of my head.
That's right.